Hi. Before we go any further with our course, there are 5 letters of the Hebrew alphabet that we need to talk about a little bit more. And these are the 5 letters that change their form, nowadays anyway, when they are at the end of a word. Now, once upon a time, there were these letters that were always like this. Here's one, right? This is tzaddik. And I think to you see it correctly, I have to hold it like that. Tzaddik. And here is chaf. Right? And here is pe. And here is nun. And here is mem. Now, once upon a time, these letters were all long. They all had these long things going down. Even in the middle of a word, they were like this. But to save space, the scribes made them kafuf. They bent them. And there we have it. And now we have a pe, the way we have it in the middle of a word. But we still retain the old ancient form at the end of a word. That's a final pe and an intermedial pe. They're the same letter. The only thing the difference is that at the end of a word we still have the original ancient form, which is a long form. You still find it in certain texts. For example, if you are unfortunate enough to divorce your wife, then you have to give her a get. That's a Akkadian word, actually. It's not a Hebrew word at all. It's from the ancient Akkadian legal system. And it is a bill of divorce. So there we have it. Pe. And this is chaf at the end of a word. And in the middle, it becomes kafuf, like that. Chaf. And here we have our tzaddik. Now what this does, in the middle of a word, it gets bent like so. Tzaddik. There we have it. In the middle of a word, it's bent like this. At the end of a word, it straightens out a little bit like that, but not quite. A bit straighter. Here's our nun. At the end of a word, it looks like that. In the middle of a word, it gets kafuf. It gets bent like that. And sometimes in handwriting, it gets bent even more extremely like that. But in a printed text, it looks more like, let's hide that. In a printed text, it looks more like that. Okay? So a nun and the final nun a bit longer, like that. Finally, we have mem. This is a mem at the end of a word. There it is, a box. But a mem in the middle of a word is a slightly different animal. What it does is it becomes that. There we have it. Origami. So that's the mem in the middle of a word. But at the end of a word, the mem is simply a box, like so. So mem and mem. There we have it. Same letter, but this time it's open and it's got a little ear on it. Sometimes it's round, sometimes at the top, sometimes it's round, sometimes it's less rounded, but there we have it. So those are our final letters and our intermediate letters. The kafuf, the bent ones, and the ones that are not bent. The bent ones in the middle of a word, there we have it, better see it there, and the ones at the end of a word, straight. Bent straight at the end of a word, and bent in the middle. Straight at the end of a word, and bent in the middle, nun. Right, I hope that's nice and clear. So in ancient times, all of them were straight, and nowadays they're only straight at the end of words. Those 5 letters. Amazing things you can do with pipe cleaners. You should try it someday. Bye.